Howdy, fam. I am back again with another Off the Cuff. Today I want to talk about the concept of measuring progress. Primarily the fact that whatever is measured is managed. So before we get started, I just wanted to thank you all for watching. If you are new to my channel, please, I would be very grateful if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. And let's get into it. So, why do we want to measure our progress? Right? I mean, why? What I have discovered over the past, I've been at this about a month now, I think. A little over a month. And I have discovered personally that when I am measuring my progress, my different types of progress, just my weight, the way I look, how much better I'm getting at talking on camera, it helps me to stay focused on what I'm trying to do, right? So every single day, I'm measuring in some form or another, which keeps what I'm doing on my mind most of the time. So focus, just in my experience anyway, keeps us focused. It provides you with a consistent, tangible source of viable information. Right? Like if you're taking, say, progress photos, which I started that body recomposition program on the 12th, and I took my starting photos and everything, and then I turned around a couple of days ago on the day 7 of my body recomposition and deleted them off of my phone because I thought they were something else. So now the first set of progress photos I'm going to have are from day 7, but that's okay. But like the progress photos in general, right? When I get to a particular point in my journey, and I know it's going to happen, it happens with everything that we set out to do. I'm going to start having doubts. I'm going to start feeling like I'm not making any progress. And it'll be very helpful to pull up those progress photos that I've been taking and compare them and be able to visually see the progress that I've been making. That alone should break any discouragement that I might be feeling at the time. And it applies to everything. You know, I talk about wanting to be a writer a lot. If you are keeping track of how many words you've written, you can always look at that total and say, of course I can finish this book. I've already written 20,000 words. You know, what's another 40 or 50,000? So tangible information that you can go back, analyze, compare, really dig into, figure out problems, readjust. It's useful to have. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to why we should measure our progress, it's kind of the same thing as the progress pictures and, you know, having a tangible like stuff to review, but just having the record of your journey, right? Like to be able, like, I don't know where I'm going to be 5 years from now, but you know, I'm tracking my food, I'm taking the progress photos, measuring my waist, right? Like doing all that stuff. And 5 years from now, I could still have it. And I could look back and be like, look at that amazing thing that I did. I could show it to people. Look at this amazing thing that I did. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good thing to do. It's just measure progress. All right. Now that I've covered my whys, let's go ahead and move into what the best ways of measuring progress is. For our purposes, I'm going to be talking about fitness, getting in shape, getting healthier, right? So these are primarily for that. But everything that we are doing in our lives, every goal that we have, there is some way to measure our progress at doing it. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so the first thing, the most basic thing, if you are going on a weight loss journey, is to get a scale. It doesn't have to be anything big and fancy and elaborate, just a scale that can measure your weight. While weight is not the most accurate thing to track, it is the most basic thing, and it will allow you to notice if you are moving in an upward or downward trend. What I'm doing personally is I weigh myself every morning when I first get up, and then I write it down, and after 7 days, I tally up the average of that week, and I write down the average. I'm not worried too much about what I weigh every day because our weight fluctuates. It's going to go up and down and all around. So take the average. Don't just focus on, oh, I gained 3 pounds overnight. No, you drank a lot of water and you haven't drained it all out of your body yet. All right, so weight scale. 1 second. You know what? I'll probably just cut this out. All right. The next thing is some form of tool to measure your body fat percentage, be it body fat calipers or some kind of device that you can like hold on to measure your body fat percentage. The scale that I have measures body fat percentage, and it's not exactly an accurate tool. But again, much like the weight scale in general, it can give you valuable information. You can tell if you're trending up or trending down and so forth. The next thing, and what I think is probably the most important thing for measuring progress on a weight loss journey, is measuring tape. Measure your waist, measure your chest, measure your neck, arms, everything. You're not going to get much better information than, oh, my stomach's getting smaller. Oh, I'm losing weight up here. I'm losing weight in my neck. You're not going to get much better information than that. Keep a food diary. This is probably the most applicable thing that you can do in terms of the notion that whatever is measured is managed. Because if you're keeping a food diary, particularly if you're keeping it as you go, which is what I suggest doing, every time you eat something, go immediately and put it in your food diary. This will keep you focused. See, yeah, we came back. It's a callback. It'll keep you focused on what you have ate, how much you have ate, how much you have left, and it will greatly reduce the chances that you are going to over or undereat, because you don't really want to do either one of those. If you overeat, you're going to gain fat. If you undereat, you're probably going to not build as much muscle as you potentially could, or even lose muscle if you do it for a long enough period of time. So keep that food diary. The next thing is a food scale. This is not as required. It's kind of optional, especially if you are very overweight, because if you're very overweight, anything you do is going to help you. But the thing I like about the food scale is that it really lets me key in with like a laser focus on the numbers. And I'm a numbers guy. I like numbers. Numbers never lie. Numbers never change. Numbers are numbers. So if the apple I'm going to eat weighs 173 grams, I know that I need to record 173 grams of apple in my food diary. And I have, this brings me to something that I have learned that I never imagined before I started doing this, and I've lost 195 pounds before, is that food portions, serving sizes, are drastically smaller than you think they are. 4 ounces of chicken it's probably about as big as my 3 fingers, maybe a little smaller, right? And that is a serving size of chicken. Most meats that you buy, 4 ounces. Like, look at that, about like that. It's not a lot. That blew my mind. And I think the last measuring tool that I want to talk about in relation to this, and I think the funnest one, is clothing. I've got all kinds of clothes in my closet that I can't wear because I outgrew them. I got too heavy for them. And every 7 days after I've taken my progress photos, after I've measured my waistline, I like to go dig those clothes out of the closet and try them all on. And at this point, they're all still drastically too small for me. But they do feel even just a little bit different every day. And that's such a mood boost, such a confident boost. When you're doing something and you can feel the success, when you can spot even the smallest, most incremental nuggets of progress. And again, this applies to everything, not just weight loss, not just health. But anytime you can experience or see progress, it's going to make you feel good. And you know, I didn't have that thought up in my head until just now, but that's probably the most important why for tracking your progress on stuff. And it kind of goes hand in hand with focus, but it's different in the sense that you're not keeping your attention on the thing, but the thing is giving you its attention. And it just feels good. So yeah, whatever is measured is managed. Track your progress. Like adherence and just being constantly aware of how you're doing is going to help you succeed so much more than if you were not doing it. If you have made it this far, thank you so very much. I love you. You're a wonderful person, and I'm glad you're here. If you have not yet done it, and only if you really want to, go ahead and please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. If you know anybody who's struggling with these issues and might need to hear some of the stuff I'm saying, please send them this way. I'm going to keep on talking about this stuff. I'm doing well. I am currently succeeding. I would like to help other people do that. So, that's all I wanted to say. I now have an Instagram account. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, it is at Brandon.Colonel29. That's Colonel, Colonel. And that's it. That's all I got to say today. Thanks for sticking it out to this point. As always, go forth and be good humans.